Good afternoon. It is about 10 to 3 on Wednesday afternoon. I'm filming very, very late today. I'm filming today's video, which is normally up in about 10 minutes. I didn't get out and vlog yesterday. I did work, but when I came home, I don't know, I got home around 2:30, I think. And, 2:30, something like that. And I needed a power nap in the worst way. I slept horribly the other night. So, I took a power nap for about an hour. And, told Monkey if he wanted to, just to get out of the house for a bit, we'd go for a drive last night before we pick up Boo Boo. So that's what we ended up doing. We did dinner and I tidied up a little bit and I don't know, we just sort of drove around. I don't know, maybe 45 minutes, half an hour, something like that. And listened to music and, chit-chatted. My dad actually called. I ended up talking to him for a little bit. That was awkward. That's always awkward. Glad to hear from him. Glad to hear he's okay, but it's just always awkward. But, yeah, so wasn't really up to too much last night, but I just didn't, I felt it was a little more important to try and spend some time with Monkey and to get him out of the house because, he does his schooling from home right now. And we're still waiting to hear back from the online school. So we're kind of winging things right now. But he doesn't get out of the house. So, except for on the weekends when he goes to his dad's. I'm sure they take all the kids out and about and whatever, but none of us at my house, not me, not Monkey, not Boo Boo, enjoy this time of year at all. We hate the cold, we hate the wet, just fucking hate it. So we pretty much hibernate and stay in the house. But at least Boo Boo and I get to go out and go to work and whatever, right? Monkey is literally in the house all day, every day. So I said, I would love to take you out for a walk, but I refuse. It wasn't too cold yesterday, but we started to get some wind in the evening, and I do not like wind at all. I don't care if it's warm wind. I don't care. I hate wind. So I said, but you do need to get out of the house. So why don't we just go for a drive for a little bit, and then we'll go get your brother and go on a better evening. Oh, excuse me. So that's what we did. I made some burgers for him for dinner, and I just had a plate of vegetables because I wasn't particularly hungry anyway, but I had to eat. And, tidied up and then went for a drive. And Monkey got to listen to my awkward conversation with my dad because, of course, I had to do it hands-free through the car. So I had to keep reminding my dad that he was, in fact, on speakerphone and Monkey was sitting beside me. So, not that language is an issue. He's heard it all from me. Like, I don't censor my language around my kids. If I feel like saying fuck, I say fuck, and I don't care. They know not to use the mama words. So... But I concern myself more with subject matter, especially around my dad, because, yeah. So, so it's just an awkward conversation that Monkey got to sit and listen to. And of course, he wouldn't know my dad if he fell over him. First and last time he ever saw my dad, he was literally a baby. He's what, 13 now, so he would have been, my dad's been out of country for like 11 or 12 years, so. And same with Boo Boo. Boo Boo was like 10, maybe. 9.5, 10 years old last time we seen him, so my kids could care less. They have no actual idea who he is, so whatever. It was just an awkward conversation. But when we got home, oh, excuse me, we, we talked about our day for a little bit, and then everybody kind of everybody kind of separated. It was time for Monkey to get in the shower and get ready for bed. I was just streaming a show and going back and forth between watching the show, playing cards, and middle mucking around on Twitter. So nothing exciting, nothing of groundbreaking. Excuse me. Monday, unfortunately, I had to skip kickboxing because I was fighting a headache all day. I'm such a suck when it comes to headaches. I just cannot function. I cannot. So, did I work Monday? No, I worked yesterday, so I was off Monday. Thank goodness. I had a little bit of running around to do. I don't even remember where I had to go, but I had some running around I had to do. Excuse me. And then I literally just died on the couch all day. I was absolutely useless. I texted my friend and was like, sorry, babe, I can't come to kickboxing tonight. I've been fighting this headache all day. It took everything out of me. I was absolutely exhausted. So that sucked because we were getting into hitting the bags and stuff, doing upper body. She said they did a lot of core work. I was like, fuck, of course you did. Of fucking course you did. Whatever. But I slept like ass Monday night. So yesterday when I got up for work on Tuesday, it was just... And it was just me and my coworker yesterday. I don't know what my boss was doing. Don't really care. We got through it. It was fine. I think we did 5 houses. And we were done by like 20 after 2 or something like that. Was it 20 after 1? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It was quite early in the afternoon anyway. And, yeah, so by the time I got home, I didn't even warm up the car and go for coffee. Usually on the days that I work, as soon as I get home, like I go check on Monkey and make sure he's okay, that he's got his school stuff caught up for the day, if he needs anything, you know. And then I warm up the car, I grab my coffee, and I find a park and vlog, right? Well, I got home yesterday and I was so fucking tired. I didn't sleep well, and I was still, like, it took it. That headache on Monday just took everything right out of me. So I said to Monkey, you know, I'm going to go lay down for an hour. And after dinner, you know, we'll go for a drive and everything. So, and I felt so much better after that hour. And I think I slept pretty deep for that hour. Like, my head hit pillow and boom, a bitch was gone. I was so tired. I'd set an alarm for about an hour, so. Because I would have easily kept sleeping. Yeah. But I was much better when I got up, so, which is good because we're going for a drive. So. This guy just parked his car, went for a walk up the street, now he's coming back. Like, oh no, where did you even go? Weird. Anyways. Holy moly. Yeah, so nothing of truly interesting. I went to get my hearing test done this morning, and my hearing is definitely off. There's nothing to be concerned about, like, you're not going deaf or anything, but my hearing is off. Now, when I went a couple of weeks ago and got my ears flushed, well, they flushed the right one. The left one wasn't blocked. The left one had like liquid bubbles in behind the eardrum, but they were draining, and that's why my ear kept popping. Hurt like hell, but it feels okay. It still feels a little weird, but much, much better. But about 3 days after I had my right ear flushed, it clogged right back up again. And yesterday, when I went to bed, I could not hear a damn thing out that side. Like it wasn't like being in a fishbowl. Like I could hear, if I covered this ear, I could hear nothing. It was a very odd feeling. But when I got up this morning, it was feeling better. It was still off, but it was feeling better. And there was no pressure. Where yesterday there had been wicked pressure. Not pain, but pressure. So when I went in this morning, I'm explaining this to the lady at the desk, right? And she says, okay, well, they'll take a look and hopefully they can do the hearing test. And I said, well, they friggin' ought to be. I mean, that was the whole original point behind my visit today, was the hearing test. Checking is kind of an afterthought because they got all weird again, right? Like in between visits. So that was fine. The lady came and she took me into a room and checked my ears. This one is better. You can still, there's still fluid in behind the eardrum, but better than it was. And then she checked this one, and there was, again, a buildup, but it wasn't plugged. So she just cleaned that really quick and took a look deeper in, and now this one has a shit ton of fluid in behind the eardrum. For Christ's sake. So she says, let's do this hearing test, and we can kind of go from there. So cool. I go into another room that has like a soundproof room inside it. And she's like, I need you to go sit in there. And I was like, okay, like, hold your horses. I see a tiny room in front of me. Are you going to be shutting that fucking door? Because I have an issue with small spaces. So I don't like sitting in my car for too long. Like, if I can open the window, I'm fine in the car. The fresh air helps. But fuck me. Are you kidding me? You're going to have me sit in this dark room because there's like no real light in it either. There's like a window for like the technician to see you, but there's not much light that's coming in. You're going to have me sit in this little tiny dark room with a mask on. Like, okay, so the mask caused me a bit of anxiety. A small space causes me some anxiety. You put them both together and tell me that I can't take one off and I can't leave that room. You're going to have a gen-shaped hole through the wall as I'm trying to claw my fucking way out. Like, it's not going to end well. And she kind of chuckled at me. She goes, oh, I get it. She says, we'll leave the door open because they're plugging my ears anyway. So all I can listen to are the sounds that they give me. And you can go ahead and take your mask off. I was like, oh, fucking bless you. I could dry hump you. I'm so happy right now. So I was super nervous going in anyway. I mean, a test is a test is a test. And I suck at tests. Okay, I don't test well. Now they're trying to test my hearing. So now, like, I'm trying to pay extra attention. So I'm like super focused on I should be hearing something. I should be hearing something. And I don't know if I'm hearing anything. I don't know if it's my ears cracking. Like, I was so confused. So I'm just kind of pushing the button. Whenever, like, even if I just thought I heard something, I push the button. Like, and that's what they said. They said, if you definitely hear it, yes, push the button. If you think you might have heard something, go ahead and push the button. Like, it's, you know. That is what I did. My hearing came back not bad, but it's definitely hindered. So, and she said it's probably, it's most likely because of this fluid. Your eardrum's not vibrating properly when sound hits it, so you're not hearing things correctly. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. Like, water behind the ear we can fix. I know this. It's fine. So how do we fix this? Well, she says we can leave it and let it drain on its own. It could take up to a month. I'm like, this is so uncomfortable. Like, I can't. It's so frustrating. I'm forever saying what? I'm making people repeat themselves. And my biggest pet peeve in life is repeating myself. So to be the one making everybody repeat themselves, like, fuck. Like, I'm pissing myself off. So, and when I'm at work, I mean, I work in people's houses, and I work in a group of at least 2. Usually there's 3 of us, and we're all in different parts of the house, and I can't hear anybody talking to me. I mean, I do bathrooms. Most often, I'm doing a bathroom. I can't hear you anyway. I have water running, right? So it's even, and acoustics in bathrooms, I'm telling you, is wonky as fuck. So to have any kind of hearing problem on top of, I mean, I hear nothing. So if they're, if somebody falls, like I heard a big crash last week. I thought my boss had fallen. I came running out of the bathroom. Thankfully, she hadn't fallen, but something broke, and it was just like, oh, yeah. So, for safety's sake, you need to be able to hear shit, right? I said, what's the other option? She says, well, we're going to send all this over to your family doctor, and he's going to decide whether or not, he's going to give you a prescription to, a nasal spray, a steroid, whatever, something to help flush, drain your ears faster. I said, well, that would be preferable. What do you mean he's going to decide? Like, he works for me, okay? Tell him I want the stuff. Like, I am the worst at taking medicine. I really am. I hate taking it. But this is driving me fucking batshit crazy. I can't with this. It's absolute madness. I want a nasal spray. I want steroid. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. A pill. Whatever. I don't care. Give me it. Give me all of it. Get this gone. Like, oh, fuck. He's gonna decide. No, he's not. I am. So she said, if you don't hear from him, I don't know, in a week or a couple of weeks, give a call and find out what's going on, which I fully expect to have to do, because I don't have much luck with doctors, so I usually have to chase them. So I'm fully prepared for that. Yay. And she said, the hearing place, will contact you in about a month and see how you're doing. She said, but if you hear from your doctor on the in-between and, he prescribes you something or whatever, it clears itself, whatever, please call us and let us know. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, sure. Like, yeah. I will make a note. I will write it down somewhere on my calendar in a month's time, or I'll forget. But they were super nice and super patient and very understanding, and so, if I can return the respect, I will. So, and they didn't charge me for cleaning out my ear again, thank God, because I just don't have another $30 to throw at them. Fuck sakes. It was like, man, like, it was just done like a week or so ago. Like, come on, man. God damn it. She was like, yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. She also said that if I do need to come back in to have my ears flushed again, they're not going to use the water, because she thinks that it might have been the flushing that put the water behind this eardrum, my right eardrum. The left one already had it, so, and they didn't flush this one. So, did they? No, they didn't. No, this one was clear. It wasn't plugged. Like it didn't have a lot of buildup. It had the water. So yeah, they didn't flush this one. But she said, some people, they can't have a lot of water around their ears, like outside of like your shower type situation. People that do a lot of swimming or whatever, they're prone to getting water stuck in behind their ears. So she said, we just won't do that. We'll just do it without the water, like without the flushing next time. And I was like, cool. Sounds good to me. She's like, it's weird. Have you had a lot of, like, do you get a lot of ear infections and stuff? And I was like, I can't even remember the last time I had an ear infection. I was a kid. I mean, as a kid, I used to get them quite a bit. But as a teenager or an adult, no. I could not tell you the last time I had one. It's really weird. I said I had that one problem, like, maybe $14 years ago or something like that, shortly after I moved here, 15 years ago, where both of them were just absolutely packed. They were just blocked. I could hear nothing. I was actually screaming at customers that were not screaming, but yelling, because I couldn't hear. But I didn't realize I couldn't hear. Like, I could hear the dryers at work and the hustle and bustle of the shop, like, you know what I mean? But I had no idea how my volume was. It was really weird. And then I got up the next morning and I could hear nothing. Like, Monkey was talking to, not Monkey wasn't even thought of. Boo Boo was talking to me in the morning, and I could see his lips moving, and I knew he was talking to me, but I mean, it was, like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. I got nothing. And back then I couldn't read lips. I was like, that's not good. That was a mad dash. I dropped him off at daycare and just made a mad dash to Emerge. Like, that was an expensive day. Lots of cabs. Called my boss. I'm yelling at her on the phone. I can't hear nothing. I'm going to Emerge. I'll let you know if I'm in tomorrow. Like, for all I knew, I'd blown my eardrums. I had no fucking... It was really scary. But I haven't had a problem since then. And then I think it was like in June or July, I'd gone in to this hearing place with both my ears. And this one was the worst one. And then I was fine for 6 or 7 months, and then it happened again. So I'm hoping it's not going to be a recurring issue. I don't want tubes in my ears. I'm in my 40s, man. Come on now. That'd be like getting braces now. I mean, these are kid problems. It's perfectly acceptable for kids to have braces and tubes in their ears and all that kind of stuff. It just, I don't know, it strikes me as very odd to happen midlife, right? Like, come on. But anyway, it's fine. It still feels weird, but there's no pressure anymore, and I can hear a little better. I think that's because there's been some drainage happening. But because there wasn't a whole lot of buildup in there. It was just enough for them to go, oh, well, while we're here, we'll just take that for you. It's the water. So I'm kind of trying to keep moving my jaw and hoping it'll drain, because you can feel it. Like it's that. It's not like when your ear cracks, like from pressure. It's an actual pop. Like you can hear an actual pop in your head. And it hurts like a motherfucker. But then you can also feel it draining, like back in here. It's the weirdest fucking thing. Ugh. So I don't know. I'm just trying to mosey that along, because fuck, it feels so weird. My friend just texted me a little bit ago and asked me if I was going to kickboxing tonight. I was like, yes, ma'am, I will be there. I'll have to go home and take my wigs off, take my eyelashes off, and get ready to get down and dirty. No problem. So I'm going to try and get out tonight after kickboxing to vlog for tomorrow, if that makes sense. So this is going to be a relatively quick one because I do need to have some stuff to talk about tonight. So I'm going to bounce because I have some odds and sods from the grocery store sitting beside me here that I need to get in the fridge. I bought the other day, fuck, what was it, like Sunday? Or Monday? I think it was Monday. I went to the dollar store and grabbed this ginormous loaf of bread. And when I came home yesterday and I went to, I don't know, get milk or something out of the fridge, I noticed that half a fucking loaf of bread was gone. And I said to Monkey, you need to chill on the bread. Like, holy, like, I mean, it's huge. Like, look at this. This thing is, it's a huge, great big loaf. Okay, it's huge. Look at that. It's ginormous. Okay. Come on now. That should at least last a week, okay? I mean, he's the only one that eats bread. Boo Boo doesn't eat bread. I very occasionally will have toast. You know, but very occasionally. I'm not a big bread eater. So it's like, chill the fuck out on the bread, bud. So, I picked up some bread and some milk, and I grabbed Kraft dinner for tonight because it's going to be really rush. My kickboxing is at 8:30, and I have to pick Boo Boo up at 6:30, so I want everything made and ready, so Monkey and I will have eaten already, ideally. I can just pick Boo Boo up, and he can take what he wants out of the pot, and then I'll deal with everything else when I get home tonight. I should be home by like 10. So we'll see. Anywho, I'm going to bounce, go get some stuff done. And yeah, so anybody who happens to be watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.